Okay, thank you for joining in on our latest edition of Ragic Office Hour, and let's get started on your questions. We have three questions for today. The first one, some improvement ideas about sections. The sections on the sheet seems a little bit limited. It would be good if we are allowed to create multiple groups of sections. Well, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by multiple groups of sections. I suppose that you mean, if you have lots of sections, you would have one tab and opening up a group of other tabs. I think that may be what you mean, and that's certainly possible in the future. But um, we're gonna gather the requirements and see how many people have this many sections that they need grouping. So we want to make sure that when we develop a new feature, it's gonna be used quite a lot. And secondly, change the order of text sections ourselves so it doesn't have to follow the order of the rows. This one is pretty interesting. I think it's possible that this could be done. We could just simply, when you're rearranging the sections, we could just swap out the rows and subtables. So that the second one seems, quite a bit more doable than, quite a bit more, simple than the first one. So, all right. So first of all, thank you for your feedback. We'll record your suggestion and see if we have more users needing this grouping feature for sections. And secondly, we will look into reordering sections and reordering the rows at the same time. Okay, yeah, the second one is relatively more simple, so I think there should be a better chance that we, have a feature like the second one for you to regroup to reorder the sections. And if you reorder the sections, it's gonna reorder the rows too. They're gonna be on different rows. Hmm. Let me change this. Here we go. Somehow change the form here. All right. The next question, can the search bar be made more robust as well as intuitive? Our team finds that when searching multiple words or even slightly wrong spellings, then the search comes back empty. Just looking for a specific client on the database was a process, since the legal name was very different than the actual name of the individual. It didn't seem to search for the legal name at all and require us to locate the nickname that has been entered in the required field. Well, when you're searching in a database, using the full text search bar at the top, so it's gonna basically search for the exact same word. So right now, it's not configured to have like really fuzzy search. But you bring up a good point. Like, um, if the search comes empty, so maybe it, it could be possible for the search engine for us to widen up the search a bit and make it a bit more fuzzy and match up other similar keywords. So, but just so you know, when you're entering a keyword for like when you're entering Ragic, you could just when you're entering RAG is gonna autocomplete for you, and it's gonna search for related keywords and related, records that contains this keyword. So this could work a little bit like the fuzzy search. So you if you know what letters that this client's legal name or nickname starts with, you could just start typing and try out different combinations of spelling of that client, and it will give you a better chance of finding that client if you don't remember its exact name. So yeah, it's true that right now the search is mostly keyword based, and you have to have the exact spelling. But we will look into, if we can have a little bit of fuzzy search on that. But let me check. I think um, we do have some configurations or some ways for you to do a bit more fuzzy search. Let me check. I do remember we have that. Okay, full text search. Wildcard searches. Okay, so you can check out wildcard searches and fuzzy searches. Yeah, if you have a like tilt at the end, and you will be able to do fuzzy searches like, oh, the name is sort of like this, or you could do proximity searches. Okay, so like this, you can find words that within the specific distance away, like um, like you can search for customer and breakfast within 10 words of each other. So yeah, I think these could be pretty helpful for you. Yeah, I almost, yes. So about the first part, by default, it's an exact search, but you will be able to add these kind of search syntax. So you could do wildcard searches, fuzzy searches, and proximity searches. Oh, I guess these will be pretty helpful in your situation. You can do, if you don't know the exact spelling, you can do proxim fuzzy searches, wildcard searches, or proximity searches by using this or this or this. Please check out the exact syntax here. All right, next question. Okay, locking rows on subtables. If I have a subtable on a form with that subtable having a sheet, I'm assuming create a new sheet from subtable. Okay, so with that subtable having a sheet, you can lock the sheet record, but still be able to edit the information on the subtable form. Okay, so okay, by this you mean that you would like to lock the sheet and also lock the subtable, the new sheet generated from that subtable. Yeah, right now we don't do this kind of cascaded locking. So it's based on a certain set of records, and it's based on sheets. So it's not gonna automatically lock any records generated from its subtable. So if you would like to do this, let me think. If we have some ways to do that, to lock subtable rows. Well, off the top of my head, I don't really have a good answer to this. Right now, all I can think of is that you will still need to lock the records individually, Or the other obvious solution is to write, custom JavaScript workflow functions like post workflow to automatically lock and relock unlock the related um, records. But that's certainly something for our team to look into. Like, if this type of locking is necessary, maybe we could add another option for users to specify that if they lock a record here, we also want to lock the records generated from this sheet subtable. Okay. Thank you for your suggestion. To our development and see if we can add a cascaded locking option so that when a parent record is locked, all subtable records are also locked. All right, thank you for your suggestion. Okay, new question during the webinar. Okay, multiple sheets. When viewing multiple sheets, is it possible to sort the sidebar alphabetically? Oh, okay, you mean you have a lot of multiple versions here, and you would like to sort it alphabetically. That's a good point. If you have lots of these, then it would make good sense that they should be sorted alphabetically. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion, and I'll be sure to tell our team about this. And yeah, I think the current order should be like the sheet order in the order that you see it in the main menu. So it's not exactly random, but it makes more sense to sort them alphabetically. Yeah, thank you. Can sort the multiple versions by alphabetically on our next on our releases. Yeah, this should be relatively simple, but my only worry is that, if there are accounts that are already really familiar with the current order, for some order, like on the sheets they already have some sheets and ordered on the tab, and it's gonna be the same order as the sheets on the tab. All right, and thank you for joining in on the Ragic office hour, and thank you for your inputs. Yeah, these inputs are usually really helpful for our development team, so we really enjoy having these feedback and know how you use our product, and we have a chance to kind of really just verbally explain some of the design ideas or like the technical details behind our design. So we welcome and appreciate all the feedbacks that you have on these webinars, and we will have another of these webinars in 2 weeks. So we basically host them on a bi-weekly basis. So I'll talk to you guys in 2 weeks. If you have any further questions, feel free to use the Ragic webinar question sheet to submit your answers, and I will answer your questions in 2 weeks. Thank you and goodbye.